Just finally devoting more Goliaths to taking this out, and I think he's going to try to get some Wraiths out to deal with this, maybe cloak those Wraiths to get rid of these pesky carriers that are still trying to pick up the supply here from Flash. So Flash is being picked off here. He is getting his Goliaths picked off, and Stork is doing a good job of still fighting in this game, especially since he's only at 2 bases right here. So I don't know. Flash has still got to pull back more Goliaths, I think, to deal with this.
Yeah, I don't know if the armies got taken out or not. I definitely saw one army going down, but I know that both armies were very close position. So I'm not quite sure if he took this out. If he did, okay, it does have an army at another expansion, so he was definitely forced to rebuild an army, because that means that Stork took out both armies inside of the main. But now even more Goliaths being put into this natural, so they're going to be able to engage all those interceptors. Stork has to be very careful to economize those. So because he's only at 2 mining bases right now, Flash is at 1, 2, 3. I think he's at 4 mining bases right now. Going to get one of those harassed. 5 mining bases, in fact. Now he's going to get one of those harassed again by those carriers. There's an observer, I believe, alongside those carriers to spot anything that might be coming his way, just in case those cloak wraiths that Nuke is predicting might be coming up. But he's taking out all the turrets, even way before they're being built. Like, look at those mass of interceptors everywhere. It's so pretty to look at those happen. But now Goliath's finally moving down towards that position. What? Interceptors are cute. Cute little cuddly AI interceptors. Anyway, Goliath's finally moving down far too late to really help you defend. You need a big, massive Goliath to really do anything against this large amount of intercept dropship on the opposite side for Flash. And now we're going to see his first-person views apparently thinking of harassing towards that bottom right with tanks that he's going to drop right up there. So now Stork might actually go down in 1 base, but he's still doing his best to micro those carriers around and just making sure to harass everything that Flash has. So Flash still in a pretty dominant position, though. He just has to be very careful to make sure that he keeps all of his forces, keeps everything alive, make sure it doesn't lose anything. Now even more Dark Templar running around, being pesky, killing off tanks, and Stork, meanwhile, taking down another command center. So even more mining by Flash just being tried to put down. He's not Flash for some reason just not mining anywhere, because our Dark Templar are running all over the place, preventing mining. So Stork overall doing a wonderful job. Finally now has expanded at the upper right due to that one probe that he used the shuttle to put there. So I don't think Flash is going to spot that in the near future. Just got way too many other things to worry about. He has Dark Templar running away, pesking him anywhere. Now finally going to go to the lower left. And Stork still has no mining, only 1 base mining. He's going to have a second one up soon, but his main must be pretty empty at this point, or at least not very, very healthy. So, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, I think Flash has definitely underestimated the carrier threat here from Stork. For whatever reason, he's just been throwing in his Goliaths piecemeal, just one at a time, just throwing a few Goliaths at a time. That's really not going to work for him. He needs a big group of Goliaths to come in here and focus fire on those carriers, which it looks like he's trying to do now. He's trying to come in, actually trying to take out interceptors. But Stork is still in here with a ton of carriers, even though he's down on bases. He's very high on military count right now. Those carriers are working very well for him, while Flash is just desperately trying to get out enough Goliaths to deal with it, but each Goliath is being picked off one by one. So Flash is actually in pretty big trouble here, even though he can try to eliminate Stork here. It's going to be very tough for him to deal with these carriers. The carriers are still coming in, and Flash, look at Flash's face, he's like, OMFG, and looks like Stork, it's one carrier finally going down. That's actually the first carrier I've seen go down in this game. That might be the first carrier kill here. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like Stork is actually going down to try. Look at all those observers as well, so he's definitely anticipating Wraiths or some kind of cloaked unit here that will try to pick him off, but he's going to try to get rid of Flash's expansions now, and Flash is trying to group enough Goliaths together to deal with it, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to.
I'm going to see overall how that happens. I think Stork might be fearing not just cloak wraiths, but I think he might be specifically fearing ghosts with the lockdown. Because, I don't know, you never know, but because ghosts with the lockdown work pretty decently against carriers. You've seen that work against them before, but now Stork finally expanding at decent locations. So Flash is now going to have this base completely massacred. He has only 6 Goliaths here to defend, not nearly enough. What Flash has got going for him is now he's going to be finally spotted that upper right. He's going to start showing that. I think what Flash should have done much earlier, send a tank force into the main of Stork. Stork's going to fight off with probes. High Templar all over the place. Where does High Templar come from? Stormage on all of those Goliaths, but they survived miraculously. But yeah, I think Stork, I mean, Flash should have sent some tanks towards the main while Stork was busy taking care of his natural, some tanks that he had at his natural's position. That would have really distracted him, maybe even forced Stork to pull those carriers away. But since he didn't do that, he was forced to lose so many Goliaths, didn't manage to get a high enough group. Now gonna have Flash, gonna lose some tanks in all positions. Templar everywhere, preventing mining. That's all right now what Stork is trying to do. Prevent mining, make sure that Flash cannot rebuild, kill any anti-air that he might have. He's going to lose High Templar here, going to lose some forces there, but overall, if he manages to keep the mining away from Flash, because what those carriers, of course, give you is the maneuverability to attack anything and everything and fly around all over the place. They're not the fastest units in the game, but god damn it if they don't get the job done. So now Flash might actually be the guy at a disadvantage, because he's slowly letting Stork getting back in this game, not taking care of these carrier fleets. Stork's carrier fleet micro using these interceptors so magnificently, just amazing how he's managing to hold Flash back. Now going to move towards yet another expansion and start harassing everything. Flash meanwhile desperately trying to take down that upper right, and really just I can't call this match. Jesus, it's weird.
I can call it. Stork definitely has the advantage here because just every single Goliath has been picked off. Just incredible micro from Stork, and it's incredible that he hasn't lost more than one carrier, I think. I only think he's lost one carrier, and he hasn't been pumping a lot of backup carriers, because I know his economy has to be dwindling. I don't even think he's mining up there at the 2 o'clock base anymore, so Stork might not have any mining at all. I know his main is mined out, and his natural is probably mined out too, so he's basically just fighting with carriers to get back in this game, and Flash is in pretty big trouble. You see Flash's APM is down a little bit since this is a late game. He's trying to figure out what to do next, how to fight off this carrier fleet, but it looks like Stork might have locked him down, and like Stork has organized a ground force here, and I don't think Flash is ready for it at all. Wow.
This is absolutely insane, really. What is miraculous? Because Stork has managed to keep his interceptor count up, no carriers have taken damage whatsoever. One carrier lost, and I think when they show the first person view, almost all the carriers were green. Like, one carrier has a little bit of yellow, and, you know, the shields are a little bit damaged in most cases, but pretty much fine. So their health is pretty much fine. Maybe some damaged shields, but now finally going to move in with some Dragoons and High Templar towards this 9 o'clock base, and he's going to be in Flash in huge trouble. Look at that guy now. The command center instantly gets decimated. Now Stork expanding at the lower right on the other directions. He also has reestablished his natural. So Stork going to be mining off 4 bases soon. Flash trying to harass, but at this point I think harassment is not really what you should be doing. I think if you would somehow manage to get rid of these darn pesky, goddamn varmint-loving carriers, I think he would really be able to get back into this game, but overall is just in such a large amount of trouble. He's now forced to contend with ground forces as well, which is going to completely mess all of his pathfinding, all of his aiming, just who he wants to shoot at, just all those ground forces distracting from his interceptors. Now Stork really has to be in the top position. Now going to move towards the natural again, well, there's just one single turn. He's going to get detonated, get taken again. Now you see Flash's face. He's going, didn't know you anymore. And all those reservists still alive. They haven't really done much except for help. Now some SCV's going to be caught, and overall I can't see Flash coming back. Wow. Insane comeback. Stork just, despite having revealed his carriers very early, somehow is managing to take this away from Flash, who seemed to be absolutely dominant to take the first set for this bronze match.
Yeah, Stork is like, give me that bronze. Anything but silver, give it to me now. Because Stork has played very, very well in this, and I think this is a mistake that Flash wouldn't make nowadays. I think this is kind of a, well, I don't want to say rookie mistake, because Flash certainly wasn't a rookie at this time. He was still a great player. But just really underestimating the threat that the carriers caused to him, not getting in his Goliath and trying to focus fire on those carriers, and now Stork is going to win this game. There's not much else that Flash can do here. He's going in with Hero Goliath. Hero Goliath, manned by the Rayner brothers there. GG, yo, from Flash. That was a fantastic game. Very, very nice game from both players, although I think Flash, that's not really the Flash I've come to know here. The Flash that we've come to know recently, and that is definitely all Stork. Stork has been playing so well for so many years, and yeah, you could definitely tell that was Stork play there. So, great game.
Yeah, it was quite quite exciting, I must say. Well, very nice to be able to watch these older games with the kind of insight we have from what we know now. So first set goes. Flash has lost it. I believe this is a best of 5. I'm not quite sure, but I think it is, since all the other stuff in the MSL is the best of 5. So I assume back then it was also the best of 5. I am quite sure though that the bronze games have been abolished, which personally I think is fair, because you know, you lost in the semifinals. You can think yourself a bronze guy. It's fine. But now Stork is one way ahead. Very interesting to see him with a way different hair than he has now. A lot more punky looking. So yeah, it's been refreshing to duel again with Nuke, and hoping to be able to do this a lot more as the Pro League goes on.
Yep, I feel the same way. Refreshing as a nice cold beer. Well, thanks for having me today, Rich.
First of all, I thought you didn't drink. Second of all, GG, Ranchin and Nuke out.